Alrighty guys, we are back to working on the jet ski again, and truth is, I'm kind of an idiot. Not gonna lie. So as you know, in the last jet ski build, or whatever you want to call it on YouTube, I tore that apart. Off the exhaust elbow and the exhaust manifold because I thought the starter was bad. And really, I should have just listened to you guys in the comments, because y'all were right. At least to some of you that commented this, that I needed a bigger battery. So you know what I did is, I stole the battery off my lawnmower that's over there, which is a bigger battery than what's in here. And guess what? The jet ski cranked. Like, I feel really dumb now, but either way, I got new gaskets for this, so we're gonna put this back together. And I'm sure it's going to take a little while because it was a pain in the ass to get off. And it's going to be even worse to get back on, but we're going to do it. Because that's what we do. We just do things. We're just going to tackle it. And I got the new gaskets right here. And then the rest of the parts are inside of the garage, but we're going to start working on this thing. Alright guys, so we just got this exhaust manifold back in. Honestly, wasn't too hard, but now comes the hard part, the exhaust elbow. So let's go ahead and get that. Actually, before I get that, I want to show you guys this. I think I need a new shift cable. As you can see, it's completely out, and this is what happens when I turn it. So pretty sure I need a new shift cable for that. But yeah, let's go get the exhaust elbow and all the bolts. Alright guys, so I got the exhaust elbow here. That's going to be a pain in the ass to fit back down in there. And then I need my gasket for it, which happens to be this one right here. And I believe these other gaskets here are for, like, if I take the whole exhaust elbow apart, which I didn't, so I don't think I need that, because this just goes like that or something, and those other gaskets go in between. And I never took it apart, so I don't see a point to put new ones on. Alright guys, that took a while. It's probably, what time is it now? It's, can't really see it, it's 3:24. I've been working on this since 1 o'clock, so it took me about 2.5 hours just to get the manifold back in and the exhaust elbow back in. This was a pain because there's bolts that are all the way down there, and you gotta really like reach your hand back in there and get to tighten them up. And then all these lines I had to hook back up, and then now that's all left to do is put back in these spark plugs all the way, and then put the coil wires on, install the battery, and then we're going to try to start the thing, and hopefully it will run. That would be great. And hopefully the only other thing that I'm going to have to replace is the shift cable. But yeah guys, I'm really hoping we can get this on the water soon. Alright, we got the spark plugs in, and now let's go get the battery. It should be inside my truck still. Here it is. Right here. I think I'm gonna need some nuts and bolts though for this, because I don't think I have any. So let me go find some. Okay guys, so we got some bolts for the battery. Let me pick it up, and I need my wrenches to install it. And we're gonna go ahead and install this thing in jet ski. comment down below if you guys think this is going to start. My caption in my YouTube video is probably going to give it away if it does or not. And I don't know yet because, you know, I haven't put it in. But we're going to see what it does. Go ahead and take off the seat. Now I got to take off this bucket. And now we got to put in the battery. So let's go ahead and put it in. Alright guys, here is the moment of truth. Alright guys, I'm going to put you back there because I'm recording the TikTok on here. And we're going to see if this thing starts. Nothing. Not yet, but a whole bunch of water just came out from the back, so I guess that's good. Guys, that really sounds bad. But so much water is coming out of the back when I do that, so I guess that's good. Huh. I am confused. I think my next step is go get new spark plugs. That is my next step, is go get new spark plugs. Alright guys, so I got the old spark plugs out, even though I put them back in just a second ago. And I'm gonna go get some new spark plugs. You know, they don't really look that bad, but you know, it could be it. They're old. So I'm gonna go get some new ones and then we'll install them. Alright, so we got the new spark plugs. Let's go ahead and install them. We've got one spark plug. Will they fit? Yes, they will. We got number 2. Okay. And we've got number 3, which is technically number 1, because I'm sure the firing order goes 1, 2, 3. And then let's go ahead and tighten these down. That should be good for that one. That should be good right about there. Let's go ahead and put on these wires. Guys, I'm really thinking it's probably going to do the same thing, but it's worth a shot. The next step, if this doesn't work, is I'm going to take off the flame arrestor and look inside the carburetor, see if it's spinning fuel, and that is right here. And if it's not, then it's a fuel issue. We've got our choke out, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw a video where some guy was like doing the choke on here and he said just pull it in and out like that. So new spark plugs, let's try to start it. Still nothing, but it honestly, it does sound a lot better. Gonna give her a few pumps there. Okay, so I'm starting to think that this is probably a fuel issue. I don't think we're getting fuel. It may not even be picking up. Oh my god, guys, look! The LED screen works. Awesome! That is so cool. Woo! That's a victory for today, at least. I know it doesn't start, but that's a victory for me because before I never could get the thing to work, but now the LED screen is working, and look at this. This thing only has 114 hours on it. That is awesome. Oil, it says we're good. It says I have a half tank of fuel or something like that. Yeah, so my next step is definitely take the flame arrestor off and see if it's getting fuel. But it's about to, you can't see it, but camera's not focusing, but it's about to dump that hurricane that was down in Louisiana or something has now made its way up to Virginia, and it's supposed to rain for the rest of the evening and the rest of Saturday. So I'll catch you guys when the weather's better. So obviously this thing won't start, but it cranks, so that's good. So I think we're not getting fuel, so I'm going to take off this flame arrestor here. I've got my 1/4 inch battery ratchet, an extension, and an 8mm. Let's see if it'll pull this sucker off. Alright, so now that I got all those bolts out, I'm going to take this off and look down in here. Let's go ahead and disconnect these spark plug wires from this flame arrestor here. That way we can just get it all out of the way. Huh. So this is interesting. We've got like some type of mesh here. You can't really see down in there, but it is a carburetor down there. I'm wondering how I take these out. I just pull up like this. I don't think I see any fuel shooting at these jets. Oh, it just opens up the throttle body, huh? Okay. So how about this one? Very interesting that there's 3 carburetors on this. We're giving it a choke. It looks like it closes these flaps down. As you can see, I'm giving it a choke. And nothing. So guys, what I just did was take off all that, what you saw, and then I sprayed some starting fluid in there, and it still did the same thing. So now I'm thinking that we're not getting a spark. So what we're going to do to test this is first take one of our spark plugs out. Okay. And then once you get your spark plug out, you just want to go ahead and put it back inside your coil wire here until it clicks. There we go, like that. And then you want to place it on something metal. And what you're looking for is a spark between that little pin here. You're looking for a spark to jump that gap right there on your spark plug. So let's see if we get a spark. Come on. So we are getting spark, guys. I don't know if you could see that, but we're getting a blue spark too, so that means that the spark plug is good. Usually if you have a spark that's, you know, red or orangish looking, it's usually not a great spark, but it'll still do you good. But when you have a blue spark, that means it's hot, and that means it's good. So we got a spark there. Alright guys, okay, so I decided I would try the starting fluid one more time. And yes, please don't hate me in the comments. I know I'm supposed to use 2-stroke starting fluid because, you know, the 2-stroke engine takes oil and gas as a mix. Either way, I got it running for just a second, and I just cranked it with the camera off, and it started running by itself for a second, but then it just cut right off. So I'm going to try to get it on video this time. Okay guys, now it's wanting to start like really slow. So I'm just going to do a quick little spray of starting fluid. And so it runs. We know it runs. Of course it's smoking because it's a 2-stroke, but I'm actually taking back what I said about the fuel issue. I think it actually is a fuel issue now. because I know we're getting spark. And if I believe I'm correct, this is my fuel line here, this gray one, which goes to this fuel bowl, which then leads down to this. And I'm not sure what that is, but it looks really corroded and gross. So I'm going to do some research and maybe pull that off and clean it, see if that's the issue. I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to look up what it is first, and then I'll get back to you guys. So right now I'm actually pulling this battery back out because it's starting to die on us, and that's no good. So let me go ahead and get this battery out so we can give her a charge while we're researching about fuel issues with the jet ski. And then hopefully it's as simple as cleaning something, because it's been gunked up for sitting for years. And then maybe it'll start on its own, because that'd be awesome if it would. That would be really, really awesome if we could get this thing running today. Alright, so we got the battery. Let's go put this thing on the battery charger. We got the battery charger here. Let's go ahead and hook it up. Got positive here. Positive on positive, and negative on negative. And let's see what she's doing. So right now she's testing it, and it's at 25%. We need it at 100, so it'll crank and start. So guys, this battery is still charging, and it's been on here for about an hour. It's still at 25%, but I think I've come to a solution on what I'm going to do. While I was reviewing some of the footage, I was also doing some research at the same time. And what I think it is since this jet ski has been sitting for so dang long, that carburetor is probably, or should I say 3 carburetors on this jet ski are probably just so clogged up that no fuel is getting passed into the engine. And so what I'm gonna do is either, well, the first thing I'm actually gonna do is pull the carburetors, and then after that I'm gonna clean them, and then if that doesn't work, I'm gonna buy a rebuild kit for the carburetors. And that honestly should fix the issue, because I've pretty much concluded that it is a fuel issue at this point. And yeah, but at least we got it to start today, you know, off of starting fluid. At least it runs, okay? May not run by itself, but at least we know it'll start up. So that is all for this jet ski build. And sorry, kind of disappointing that I couldn't get it to run fully, but some other plans for the jet ski. I found some seat covers that we're gonna put on, because you know it's ripped here and this one's also ripped. But yeah guys, thanks for watching and have a great night.